Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Bando Mui Savadana Mate. Bando Mui Savadana Mate. Yahara Prashadi Bai E Bhavatoriya Jai. Jahara Prashadi Bai E Bhavatoriya Jai. Krishna Prapti Hoyaha Hoiti. Krishna Prapti Hoyaha Hoiti. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aikya. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aikya. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Arana Koriya Mane Asha. Arana Koriya Mane Asha. Shri Guru Charane Rati Ese Uttama Gati. Guru Charane Rate Aise Uttama Gati. Je prasade pure sarva asha. Je prasade pure sarva asha. चक्षुदानो दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदानो दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति यहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जते प्रेम भक्ति यहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जते वेदे गाया हर चरितो वेदे गाया हर चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम आदर बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना हा हा प्रभु कोरो दया देह मोरे पद छाया हा हा प्रभु कोरो दया देह मोरे पद छाया ओ हा हा प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पद छाया हा हा प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पद छाया एबे जास कुसुक त्रिभुवना एबे जास कुसुक त्रिभुवना शिला प्रभुपाद पतित पवना शिला प्रभुपाद पतित पवना जयो प्रभुपदा जयो प्रभुपदा जयो प्रभुपदा शिला प्रभुपदा प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीन इति नामिने Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastyatya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nitya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Srimad, His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanar Vrind, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, Anand Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki, Prem se kaho Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vashadi Gaur Bhakti Vrind ki, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Shri Giri Govardhan ki, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki, Shri Navdeep Mayapur Dham ki, Purushottam Kshetra Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki, Ganga Mai ki, Jamuna Mai ki, Bhakti Devi ki, Tulsi Maharani ki, Kaligu Pavan Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Brihat Mridang Transcendental Book Distribution ki, Transcendental Prasadam Distribution ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of the material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth, attachment to his lotus feet, and is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates. By him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, and the Lord and the master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto me. Give me the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible now? Yeah. Hare Krishna. So today, I think most of us are going to Birmingham for a 24-hour Kirtan. So we won't be in good numbers. So if you would like to come bit forward, if you're in chair, come bit closer to the chair. So I feel bit closer to you. So anyway, welcome everyone to our Hare Krishna Sunday Feast program. Sir, are you first time today? Okay, what's the good name? Darren. Darren Dallas, yeah. Because we'll have some of our songs projected on the screen. Yeah. Right, sure. You're from Stoke? Yes, Longton. Oh, wonderful. Lovely Longton. Yeah. So, welcome today. I hope you'll like the program today. We just did our little service to our spiritual master. And we're going to read from this lovely book called Bhagavad Gita. You have it home? Oh, wonderful. You been to any Hare Krishna temple before? No? Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. So we're going to discuss one very nice verse from Bhagavad Gita. And you're open to discuss, some of the points of that scripture. And at the end, we're going to have a little musical celebration. And we can chant and dance. Yeah. And at the end, we feast. There's food for everyone. I think you're in kitchen, Mataji, yeah? Yeah, I hope you had a good job. We're looking forward to it. Yeah. So we're going to sing this lovely song called Jai Radha Madhav. The words are there. I'll lead you, and you can sing after me. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanand Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। So we are reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3. This chapter is titled Karma Yoga. We are reading verse 16. So, sorry, 6, not 16, 6. Just checking who is awake. So repeat after word after word for word after me. Karmendriyani संयम्य, कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य, या आस्ते मनसा स्मरन्, य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन्, इंद्रियार्थान् विमूढ़ात्मा, इंद्रियार्थान् विमूढ़ात्मा, मिथ्याचारा स उच्यते, मिथ्याचारः स उच्यते। कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य, य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन्, इंद्रियार्थान् विमूढ़ात्मा, मिथ्याचारा स उच्यते। कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य, य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन्, इंद्रियार्थान् विमूढ़ात्मा, मिथ्याचारा स उच्यते। कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य, य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन्, इंद्रियार्थान् विमूढ़ात्मा, मिथ्याचारा स उच्यते। You would like to repeat? कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन् इन्द्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारः स उच्यते कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन् इन्द्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारः स उच्यते. Anybody else like to repeat? कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन् इन्द्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारः स उच्यते. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Word for word. Karma indriyani, the 5 working sense organs. Sanyamya, controlling. Yaha, anyone who. Aste, remains. Manasa, by the mind. Smaran, thinking of. Indriyarthan, sense objects. Vimudha, foolish. Atma, soul. Mithya acharah, pretender. Saha, he. Uchyate, is called. Translation. One who restrains the sense of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. Please repeat after me. One who restrains his senses of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. There are many pretenders who refuse to work in Krishna consciousness but make a show of meditation while actually dwelling within the mind upon sense enjoyments. Such pretenders may also speak on dry philosophy in order to bluff sophisticated followers. But according to this verse, these are the greatest cheaters. For sense enjoyment, one can act in any capacity of the social order. But if one who follows the rules and regulations of his particular status, he can make gradual progress in purifying his existence. But he who makes a show of being a yogi while actually searching for the objects of sense gratification must be called the greatest cheater, even though he sometimes speaks of philosophy. His knowledge has no value because the effects of such a sinful man's knowledge are taken away by the illusory energy of the Lord. Such a pretender's mind is always impure, and therefore his show of yogic meditation has no value whatsoever. Hare Krishna. It's a bit of a strong shloka today, isn't it? Yeah. So we go a little bit, easy on this shloka today because it's a very strong shloka. So we're going to sing. This is called Mangala Charan, just to, get our thoughts and our mind, wherever it is wandering, back to the temple here, so we can understand what we are discussing today much better. So let's sing together. Om Agyantimirandhasya ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितां येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। Shloka. One who restrains the senses of action but whose mind dwells on the sense objects certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. So my dear friends, today we are reading from this beautiful shloka from 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. This chapter is called Karma Yoga. So if you can define what is this Karma Yoga, or you can so yoga means to connect. So how do we connect, and what do we want to connect? We want to connect the karma just literally means action. So how we can connect all our actions to the Supreme? Let's just read some of the shlokas from beginning of the chapter, so we'll come to know the reference where exactly we are. So this chapter, no, let me go one step further. So we are reached the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita it is a conversation between Arjuna and Krishna. Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Arjuna is his devotee. And Gita, or this conversation, happened on a battlefield. It didn't happen in a yoga ashram or in a nice, happy, cool place. It happened on a battlefield. A world war. Actually, this was the first world war. Happened 5,000 years back. And the war was just about to begin. And the hero of the war, Arjuna, who was expected to win the war, he gets confused. He sees that in opposite army are all his friends and relatives who he loves them the most. So he is confused now. He says, shall I fight or not fight? Because I'm fighting with my friends and relatives. And am I fighting just to get a control over the earth? Because that war was for the controlling the entire earth. But says, wait a minute. Is it worth killing my own kinsman just to get the power to rule a piece of land? Is it really worth it? And then he's thinking, he's asking so many questions to Krishna, who is just sitting next to him on a chariot. He was, he agreed to be Krishna's chariot driver. And he's asking Krishna many questions. That Krishna, please tell me whether it's a just war. And even if I rule the whole kingdom, there'll be so many social disintegration will take place, because most of the men in the world will be killed. There'll be not enough men to protect the women. So they'll be exploited. And after that exploitation, all these unwanted children will come. There'll be more chaos in the society. And he asks so many questions. And at the end, he says, Krishna, I'm utterly shattered and confused. I don't know whether shall I fight or not fight. So then, Krishna, anybody knows what did Krishna does after that? He smiles at Arjuna. Here Arjuna, he's shivering. He's described, he says, my mouth is drying. My hairs are getting on the end. And I'm totally confused. I'm asking you these questions and you're smiling. And then Arjuna, he says, Krishna, I completely surrender myself to you. Now you please instruct me. Because so far, Krishna and Arjuna, they were on the friendly platform. But now Arjun, he is taking a lower position, saying that I am lowering myself to you. You become my teacher. And now please instruct me, what shall I do? So there, in the Gita, we get our first, lesson. To receive a knowledge, one must lower himself to the teacher. If you think you and teacher are just friends, the knowledge will not flow. If you really want a knowledge, you have to submit, to take the lower position. So in the scripture, it is said to get a knowledge. It is compared like a water. Water flows from top to bottom. If you want to receive a knowledge, you should take a lower position. If you are egoistic, says, I know everything. And especially many of you are from Indian subcontinent. We ask, from India, here is a Bhagavad Gita. Please read it. Oh, I know everything. Isn't it? Every Indian says, I know everything. Okay, what is the first shloka of Bhagavad Gita? That I don't know. That they don't know. But it says, read Bhagavad Gita. No, I know everything. You don't teach me. So the first lesson we receive is that first you lower yourself. When you lower yourself, then the knowledge automatically flows. And then, Krishna, he starts instructing Arjuna. First he tells Arjuna, Arjuna, you're a fool. See, this is how teacher instructs. First teacher breaks your ego. That if you go to a teacher, saying that I know something, then teacher will first break your ego. Anybody been to any military school? No. One of my friend's son, he recently, became a soldier. And he was telling me that in the military, you just, as you enroll your first day, second day, your commanding officer just finds so many faults in you. So this is the fault, 2 rounds around the ground. So I didn't do that. This is the order, do it. Then after 3rd day, hey, your boot laces are not proper, 5 rounds. So he says, we tried our best, but we kept punished. But at the end of the training, we realized that our officer was just getting into the right mood. That he breaks your ego. And then you can hear the instructions properly. So Krishna says, you are a fool. You don't know the basic spiritual principles. And he tells him the first instruction. He says, Arjuna, know that you are not this body, you are a spirit soul. Once who knows this knowledge, he never laments. Because you don't know the difference between body and a soul, you are in this position. So my dear friend, this is the first and foundation teaching of Bhagavad Gita. To understand the difference between body and the soul. If we don't know the difference between body and a soul, we'll be confused in our duties in the society. If we simply think, because mostly people think, I am this body. And everybody works on the bodily platform. How can I make this body happy? By looking good, eating nicely, wearing nice clothes, car, house, everything in relation to the body. Then it extends, how is my family members are doing? Is my children studying very nicely? How is my reputation in the society? So in the center is your body. Then whatever revolves around your body, that you want to act accordingly. And Krishna says, you are not the body, you are a spirit soul. Then he talks about the characteristics of the soul. So the body dies, the soul is eternal. The body never gets destroyed. Then he talks about the various qualities of the soul. Then he talks about the one's duty in the society. If you're a student, you should learn. That is the right age to study. Then if you are a married householder, then look after the householder. And then when you renounced, or then you are in a retired life, then you should share your knowledge in the society. In the end, sannyas, you completely give up to your spiritual upliftment. This is how you live your life. Then Krishna goes on, giving so many instructions. Now Arjuna says, Krishna, wait a minute. Too many things you have spoken. So the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is asking so many questions. In second chapter, Krishna is giving the entire Bhagavad Gita in a summary form. So the chapter is titled, The Contents of Gita Summarized. And at the end of the second chapter, Krishna says, you must act, you must fight. Arjuna says, wait a minute, Krishna, too many instructions. Let me clarify, I got so many questions now. So then, in the beginning of third chapter, Arjuna is asking a question. And now let's see what Krishna is answering. So in the first shloka, Arjuna is asking Krishna, Arjuna said, O Janardhan, O Keshav, why do you want to engage me in this ghastly warfare if you think that the intelligence is better than fruitive work? My intelligence is bewildered by your equivocal instructions. Therefore, please tell me decisively, which will be most beneficial for me? The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O sinless Arjun, I have already explained that there are two classes of men who try to realize the self. Some are inclined to understand it by empirical philosophical speculation, and others by devotional service. Not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. And then we come to the today's shloka. One who restrains the sense of action but whose mind dwells on sense objects certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. So Krishna is answering the Arjuna's pointed questions. That what is better, acting or not acting? And Krishna says, of course everybody has to act in this world. Nobody can ever, exist without any action. Now here let's check ourselves whether this is the right instructions we are hearing. I ask you the same questions. Can we live without doing any action in this world? What if we go to a forest, and don't harm anybody, just sit down at one place and do meditation? You are not, isn't it inaction? Or is it action? It is action? Would you like to elaborate more? How come it is action? Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Even you are meditating, your senses are, your mind is still active. And just to live in this world, the minimum thing you have to do is breathe. That's a lot of action. Isn't it? You take the oxygen and what do you give the world? Carbon dioxide. Even by not doing anything, you are still polluting the world. Then the trees and the whole ecosystem has to recycle your carbon dioxide. So Krishna said, you cannot live without action. You have to act. And then Krishna says, everybody does the action according to the modes of material nature one has acquired. So there are three modes of material nature: goodness, passion and ignorance. People who are in mode of goodness, they try to be helpful to the people, they give out charity, they look after the environment, they rise early in the morning, they are all mode of goodness. Then there are people in passion, they want to, go to their jobs and business, earn money, get more reputation in the society, and and they want to be famous in the world, raise a family. It requires a passion. What is it? I used to get in one of my seminar, somebody in my company gave this motivational speech. You should have a passion for it. I said, you are right. Bhagavad Gita says the same thing. To achieve something, you have to be in the mode of passion. So Krishna says, according to your mode of nature, you will act. So those who are passionate, go get it. It requires a passion. Then there is ignorance, mode of ignorance. We are so self-centered. You are so careless about the world. Whatever feels good to me, I will do it. Doesn't matter what others get it. So it's just me. It's mode of ignorance. Anybody's ever encountered any person with a mode of ignorance? practically everybody in this world. Nobody cares for anybody else. So this is mode of ignorance. So Krishna says, according to the mode of nature you acquired, you will act. So that was the shloka 5. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. And now we come to the today's shloka. So now we'll go a bit deeper into today's shloka. Krishna says, one who restrains the senses of action but whose mind dwells on the sense objects certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. So somebody who has, in his, say, immature understanding of spiritual life, would say, I will just, retire myself into a lonely place. And I will just cut off myself from the civilization. I will not interact with anybody. And he says, I'll restrain my senses, because to satisfy your senses, you have to act. I'll restrain my senses. But then Krishna says, one who restrains the sense action, but whose mind dwells on the sense objects. So, you restrain your senses. He says, eyes wants to see so many things, so I'll close my eyes. I want to hear so many wonderful music. I want to hear so many nice things, I will close my ears. I want to taste so many foods. I will only drink water. So we have 5 senses. I said I restrain all my 5 senses. And I will, just control my senses. But Krishna says, how about mind? Because all our desires, they originate from your mind. I tell you my personal experience. I was in year 10 in India, and I was studying. We have exams in the month of March. And, we used to go to a garden at a study corner where all the students are, with the books, they're studying very hard. And just opposite the garden, there was a little playground. The small children, they're playing cricket. And I studying with the books, studying geometry and history and so many subjects. Said, in April, I'm studying right now, but come the April, when my exams are over, I'm going to play the whole day cricket. So, what's happening that time? I'm restraining myself. But my desires are still there. It's just like, a spring. You press the spring. But as soon as the pressure goes away, the spring, even without the greater force, fart. It comes with a higher force. So Krishna, before giving the positive instructions, he says, one thing, Arjuna, you should not do is this. That artificially, you restrain your senses. But in the mind, you're dwelling on the sense gratification. Because if you are not control the mind, your desires will eventually come with such a great force that you won't be able to control your desires. And here Krishna says, one who does that, he certainly deludes himself. And is called a pretender. And Prabhupada, he very wonderfully explains in the purport that many of the yogis in this world, they do this. They, in the society, they appear to be, fully control of their senses. And sometimes they speak great philosophy, the great orator, very charismatic personality. But in the mind, we don't know what is going in his brain, in his mind. And after some years, we hear, oh, this famous Yogi Baba, he's in jail. Why? Because uncontrolled senses. He did some very horrible things. So there are many people in like this world, they do this, artificially, they make a show of being a yogi. But because their mind is not controlled. And Prabhupada says they are the greatest cheater. And I've just, noted 1 or 2 points. Krishna says he certainly deludes himself. When somebody acts in this way, the first is that he is deluding himself. You are cheating your own self. You like to follow the path of a yoga or a devotion. You made a choice. Then follow the right path. Don't take the shortcut. Follow the process of that particular path. Isn't it? We all need some shortcuts nowadays. Reduce weight, 50 kilo weight in 5 days. Tai Chi walking. Do you get this advertisement in? Yeah? If you never worked, it doesn't matter. Within 5 days, this man was like this before, and look, now it's like, we all need shortcuts. If you ever go for the shortcuts, this will be the next point in our talk today. If you cheat yourself, you will always find cheaters in your life. If you are honest with yourself, you will always find honest people around you. World is the mirror of your own mind, or you will attract what you are. If you are pure, if you are pursuing for the purity, honesty, integrity, care, protection, then you will attract those kind of people in your life. But if you want to cheat yourself, if in your heart you have a tendency to find shortcuts, then you will always find the cheaters, the deluders. You will get attracted towards them. What is the price of gold right now? Whatever, some 100,000 rupees, something, some very expensive metal right now. Somebody tells you, I'll give you 1 gram of gold for 1 pound. Hey, really? He says, yes, this is the gold. This is the gold. Within 1 pound, you'll get. Why somebody will sell you this 1 gram of gold for 1 pound? But you will go and check and try to negotiate. Why? Because in your heart you want that greediness, or you want to cheat yourself. Just ask yourself, this is the price of gold right now. How can somebody sell me so cheaply? There must be some cheating inside. So the point is that, first of all, be true to yourself. Don't delude your own self. If you delude, you'll always attract the cheaters in your life. So it is said, what is it says? Charity begins from the home. Or don't try to change the world. Try to change yourself first. Then the whole world will be changed. The problem with us that, we want the whole world to change, but we don't want to change ourselves. Isn't it? We want to change the whole world to be changed. Everybody should be honest, right? Driving car properly, paying their taxes. But how about us? How about me? Am I doing it? So first, change yourself. Reform yourself. So Krishna says, once who does this, who restrains the senses, but thinks about the material objects or sense gratification in their mind, they're deluding themselves. And they are called, and is called a pretender. So, pretending or cheating is called a great offense, particularly those who are pretending to be yogi. They are not only cheater, but the great offender. Why it is great offender? Because people in this world, they are looking for spiritual guidance. Some help. This whole world, is in chaos. And people want some spiritual enlightenment, some guidance. And somebody is in that role. He's cheating them. Somebody says, restrain yourself, his senses. Yes, Swamiji, you are telling is good. But his Swamiji's senses are not in control. You are cheating them. And once that Swamiji is exposed, the people's faith get broken. They lose their faith in spirituality. And this is the greatest offense. That person will never ever again able to keep his faith or confidence in some other spiritual person. He thinks everybody is cheater. He says, I never want to go to any sadhu or any spiritual person because this person cheated me. So anybody who does this, he is called a greatest pretender and is greatest offender. That first of all, don't cheat yourself and don't cheat others, because this destroys the life. It destroys people's spiritual life. So we talked about the problem. It's nice to talk about problem, but just problem is not good. We should have a solution. So without solution, what's the point? This very hot. Then what is the solution? Get something done. It's very cold. Now put the heating on. So they should always talk about the solution. The age that we are living, it is called Kali Yuga. Anybody knows the meaning of Kali Yuga? Or what is the definition of Kali Yuga? Age of quarrel and hypocrisy. Okay. So at our temple, we always have one kind of mission that anybody who comes on Sunday, they should go away home with some understanding of spiritual life. Something they have learned something new today. So today, at least you learn this one thing, the meaning of Kali Yuga. Okay? So nobody said, what is the meaning of Kali Yuga? So now we'll know. I am your teacher. You heard on my channel first. So what is the meaning of Kali Yuga? This is the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. Kali Yuga. Say Kali Yuga. But what is Kali Yuga? Kali Yuga means quarrel and hypocrisy. Anybody experience this, or we are just, somebody just is rumor is a Kali Yuga? Anybody experience quarrel and hypocrisy? All the time. Oh, you are really living in Kali Yuga. How about everybody else? Have you experienced quarrel and hypocrisy? There's quarrel going on everywhere. The countries are fighting. How many countries are fighting right now? We think it is in Middle East fighting. No, the whole world is fighting. They are taking sides of somebody or country or the other. Then there are the race is fighting. The Asian says, we are the better than Europeans. European says, we are better than the Africans. African says, we are better than the races are fighting. The genders are fighting. The woman wants equality. And man says, actually we are the exploited people. We are controlled by women. So men are fighting with women. The children are saying, we are being exploited. So much school, so nobody is helping. Everybody is fighting. Even in our own heart, we are fighting. Our heart says, it's a nice morning today. Go to Hare Krishna temple. You will get some nice, good lesson there. The other part of heart says, no, there's an IPL match today. Or there's a football match today. Hare Krishna Center, I'll go next Sunday. Come next Sunday. The heart says, last Sunday, you skip Hare Krishna temple. Let's go to Hare Krishna temple today. The other part of the heart says, no, today weather is not good. It's cold. I do not want to go. So within our own heart, there's fighting going on. There's a quarrel. Do you all agree? Or is it just me? No. So our heart is fighting. So no matter where you are, there's always fighting going on. So the age of quarrel. Now this is the next one, hypocrisy. There's full hypocrisy going on. Anybody experience hypocrisy ever? Anybody? Have you, Darren? Oh. How much? A lot. There's a hypocrisy going on everywhere. And hypocrisy is nothing but cheating. We talk about this Tai Chi exercise. It's cheating. You see this, you go to watch this television advertisement. The whole family, mother, father, son and a daughter, early in the morning, looking so great. They're all saying, you use this toothpaste and brush your teeth. You'll be the most happiest person in the world. You've seen this advertisement? The whole family, 4 of them together. Now, first of all, has any of your family, do you brush together in a bathroom? And does your happiness in your family depends on which toothpaste you use? No, but this advertisement says, you use this and you'll be the happiest person. These are small things. Then there are political parties. You give me a what? We had an election a few days back. You do this and we'll make you happy, we'll protect you. Come the next election, you cheated us, now we'll go to the other party. So the hypocrisy going on everywhere. So how do we save ourselves? We are living in an age when there's a quarrel and hypocrisy. My dear friend, don't try to teach other person. Don't cheat and don't quarrel. First, change yourself. You can't control the world, but you can control your own self. So 500 years back, Lord Chaitanya came to this world. And he told us, he instructed us, if you want to live in this world, if you want to be spiritually uplifted in this world, it's very easy. You can easily reform yourself. You can live a very pure life. Just chant the name of the Supreme Lord. Just chant. This will purify you, and all your good fortune will begin from chanting. So he wrote a particular, his instructions, 8 instructions. These are called Sikshastakam. Siksha means instruction and Astakam means 8. He gave 8 instructions. And his first instruction, it has got 4 lines. I got this, we can't show it fully on the screen here. So Lord Chaitanya said, Cheto darpana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. So he says, glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, congregational chanting of the holy names, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and years. So he says, when you chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, oh, thank you. When you chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the first thing is that it purifies your heart. Don't try to change yourself. Don't try to change the world. Change yourself. So what does Lord Chaitanya says? You chant Hare Krishna, it purifies your heart. Because from the heart, all your desires, your brain is connected or your mind is connected to your heart. What is inside will come outside. If inside is not good, outside will never be good. Many years back, there's a famous environmentalist. She was in the same flight as one of our great sannyasi, and they're traveling together. And this environmentalist, this lady, she was arguing with this saintly person that you all people are always chanting Hare Krishna. What are you doing for the world? What are you doing for the earth? It's so polluted. What are you doing for it? I said, we are trying, we do very eco-friendly living. He says, I don't see it. So then she was really interested. What are you doing this? So he explained. This pollution that you see outside, who does it? He said, humans. Why does a human do it? Because desires. And what are desires? Desires to exploit. Where is this desireful exploitation comes from? From within your heart. In your heart, you want to exploit the earth. You want to exploit the people. You may plant thousands of trees. You can clean the rivers. But if the people's heart are not purified, give it a month or a year, to be again back to square one. So if you want to really purify this earth or the environment, it should begin with purifying people's heart first. If you purify your heart first, then everything outside the world will be all pure. Because what is outside, it is a reflection of what is inside. So Lord Chaitanya says the first effect of chanting of the holy name is that it clears the dust accumulated from countless birth. What is this dust? Flesh, that is, advertisement. What is it? Flesh, it destroys the dirt, the advertisement comes. So, when we have the dust in the house, we all want to clear. Why you want to clear the dust from the house? It's a very difficult question, isn't it? We see dust in the house. Why you want to clear? Because it's pollution. It is unwanted. So what is the dust in our heart? Dust in our heart is this tendency to exploit. Tendency to exploit our friends and families, and then on a gross level, the whole earth. So first we have to cleanse the dust from the heart. Now, we can ask the questions, is Hare Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna, is it so effective? Is any customer reference for it? Have you heard of customer reference? You go to Amazon, you want to buy a product. You don't know whether this product works or not. So you go to a 5-star, 3-star comments. And people tell, oh, this works, this works, this works. So has this chanting Hare Krishna, has it worked for anybody else? So we want customer reference, some proof. So we'll narrate 1 or 2 stories, how it works. Now this is not a very old stories from thousands of years back. I'm going to tell 2 stories. One is about 500 years back. And one is just happened maybe 10 years back. So 500 years back, There was this wonderful devotee. His name was Haridas Thakur, a very great devotee. He was chanting Hare Krishna every day. How many hours? He was chanting 192 rounds every single day. You know how many hours it takes to chant? 22 hours. So for 22 hours, he is chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram Hare Hare. So 22 hours he is chanting. Within 2 hours, he'll finish his, sleeping, eating, taking bath. He'll finish within those 2 hours. But he became such a pure devotee that just by looking at him, people will get inspired to chant Hare Krishna. Just by looking at him. And he became very famous. Very famous. People will just gather around him. It's Haridas Thakur, touch his feet, and he become very famous. And he said, my fame is actually disturbing my chanting. So he was living in a village called Fulia, so he went outside the village. He says, at least people will not come this far distance, and then I can chant my Hare Krishna peacefully now. But people would still find him and come. And this local leader, he became very envious. He said, I am a leader of this village, and I had to do so many work, I have to do canvas myself to keep my leadership intact in the society. And this man, he does nothing. And everybody is attracted to him. So my leadership is getting affected. So what shall I do? I should defame Haridas Thakur. I should show the world he is not a real devotee. He is a pretender. So he hatched a conspiracy. He hired the most famous prostitute of that area, saying that, I'll give you whatever you ask. But you go in the middle of a night and you induce Haridas Thakur, and we will get him red-handed, while he is associating with you. So please go. And this lady, she said, yes, if you're ready to pay me, good handsome amount, I can do anything for you. So then she went to the hut where Haridas Thakur was chanting in the middle of a night. And Haridas Thakur, he was a young man, fully, this prime youth. And this lady came and said, Haridas Thakur, you're a young man, I'm a young lady. I think by nature's law, we are meant for each other. Let's have union together. And Haridas Thakur understood, what this lady's motives are. He said, my dear lady, it is my vow to chant 192 rounds of Hare Krishna every day. I have not finished my chanting yet. But since you have come to me asking for something, I must not break your heart. So you wait for some time. Let me finish my round. Then I'll fulfill all your desires. He said, yes. And she waited outside. Haridas Thakur, very peaceful and calm mind, chanted Hare Krishna. And by the time he finished his rounds, it became morning. So Haridas Thakur says, yes, my lady, what did you come for? So it's morning now. The night has gone. So sorry, my chanting was not finished. So, I could not call you earlier. No problem, I'll come tonight again. This lady went home, took a nice nap. Again in the middle of a night, she comes to Haridas Thakur. Haridas, you're a young man, I'm a young lady. Let's make the best use of our youth. my dear lady, I have not finished my chanting. Still same as yesterday. Wait for some time. Today I'll finish my chanting quickly. Then I'll fulfill all your desires. And then she waited. And she dozed off. Again morning. Haridas Thakur said, sorry my lady, it's morning again. Don't worry Haridas Thakur. She was a very adamant lady. I'll come tonight again. Second the night she comes. Again the whole night. Haridas Thakur said, haven't finished my rounds. Let me finish my rounds. And then he, again the morning. By the morning, this lady, she now falls at the feet of Haridas Thakur. Said, my dear Haridas, please forgive me. Actually, I came with a very notorious motive, to defame you. Haridas said, I knew the moment you came what your motives are. I knew this person was Ramchandra Khan. He said, he sent you here. But if I had just gone, because I knew you are coming, I would have left this place. I would have saved myself. But Haridas Thakur was always in a mood of paritranaya sadhunam, helping other people. So he said, I knew. So this lady, for 3 consecutive nights, she just heard Haridas Thakur chanting Hare Krishna. And just that sound of Hare Krishna coming from a pure devotee's mouth and entering into her heart through her ear, it purified all her impurities from her heart. She did not even chant herself. She just heard from Haridas Thakur. And that too, many a times she was dozing off. But she heard from a pure devotee. And 3 days, she became a pure devotee. So he says, Haridas, all my life, I lived a very sinful life. What can I do now? He says, just chant Hare Krishna. Whatever wealth you have gained from this dirty job, give it in charity to the Brahmins. He said, I am leaving this place because this Ramchandra Khan is very envious. Today he has sent you, tomorrow I will do something else. So this is not a place fit for me. So I am going to leave this place anyway. So, this hurt is yours and I am leaving now. You shave your head off because, the lady's beauty in her hair. He says, give up your beauty. She shaved her head off. Says, this is the tulsi. You just sit next to the tulsi plant and keep chanting every day. Says, Haridas, how will I live? How will I eat? He says, don't worry. If you chant properly, all your needs will be provided. And it came true. Her glories went all around that area. People said she became a very saintly lady. They'll all come and give these nice gifts of grains, and she could live very nicely. Okay, Mataji? Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then she became a very saintly lady. So my dear friends, what do we learn from this? That Hare Krishna Mahamantra is so potent. If we just hear from a pure devotee's mouth, it will purify, your own heart. So you might say, this became 500 years back. And she heard it from Haridas Thakur, great devotee. But here I am in Stoke-on-Trent. Where is Haridas Thakur? How do I hear this Hare Krishna Mahamantra? So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, wherever my devotees are coming together in chanting Hare Krishna, my potency is there. So we are going to narrate another story. This is the country of Russia. And in Russia, it's a very cold country. And there is one nondescript town. I can't even pronounce the name. And there are devotees in this city. And what they do every day in the morning, they go on the street with this mridang and kartal. And this they do, it's called Nagar Sankirtan, or we call it Harinam. And they do street in street, city center to city center. And there was this one butcher shop. Anybody knows what is butcher shop? Where they kill animals and sell their flesh. So the back of the shop, they get this live animal, chop their head off, and then I don't need to describe. But there was this horrible thing at the back of the shop. So there was this butcher, he had done all this butchering whole morning, and he has come out for a cigarette break. So he has come out for the cigarette break, and he's standing outside the shop. And just a few minutes back, the Harinam party has just passed by. And he just heard Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And he's just smoking his cigarette. He says, this singing is really good. What are these people? Never heard these things before. So they were distributing leaflets. Somebody threw the leaflet on the street. So he picked up a leaflet from the street. And he said, oh, Hare Krishna. Never heard of these people. Who are they? They're singing very nicely. So, I don't know, it is the same day or the next day. I think it was the next day. Again the devotee passed by. Again, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare cigarette break, And he's a butcher. His whole dress is drenching with blood. I don't know how many animals he killed in his life. And he said, hey, this devotee, shaved head, chanting Hare Krishna. No, I saw you yesterday, Hare Krishna. Yes. So can I join you? He said, come. Here, his whole body is in blood. He's killed so many animals in his life. No cigarette. And in his dress, he was chanting Hare Krishna. And he says, where do you live? Oh, this is the leaflet. Can I come to your place? Yes, he says, come. So he came a few days later to the shop, to the temple. And to cut the story short, he became a devotee. He gave up his job of butchering. And he came after some days to our Mayapur temple in Bengal. And this story, nobody knew that he is a former butcher. Now, who would say, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I'm a former butcher. Nobody introduces like that. So he's in a Mayapur, and in his room. And in Mayapur, we get a lot of mosquitoes. So, he was sharing his room with some other devotee. And this devotee was from India. And the mosquito comes and he's like, he's killing mosquitoes. So, this Prabhuji is a former butcher. He says, Prabhuji, why are you killing mosquitoes? Every night you're doing this. You get a mosquito net. You give them their space, you live in your space. Don't kill them. And he thought, these Russians, would they know, so much mosquito, dengue will come to me. He doesn't understand, so he is just ignoring him. And then the next night, again is whole night, Kawali, Says, Prabhuji, don't kill mosquitoes, it is very bad, you shouldn't kill him. So, says, Prabhuji, why are you so fanatic about mosquitoes? So after a few days, this Indian devotee had too much. So he complained to the receptionist, somebody. He says, he's a crazy devotee. I'm killing mosquitoes. And he says, don't kill. So he says, do you know who is he before? He had killed so many animals before, He was a greatest butcher than what you are. But this former butcher, he has understood the value of life. The person who is so cruel, hard-hearted, but just by chanting Hare Krishna, his heart has become so soft, so pure, that he can't see even somebody else killing a mosquito. And where is this change has come from? From chanting Hare Krishna. So this holy name is very, very pure. So our talk we started today, Krishna says, don't be pretender. And how do we stop reforming ourselves? We do not want to be pretender. So chant Hare Krishna. It will purify your own heart. So you won't be pretender. You are what you are. It will purify your heart. So today's our talk was titled, The Essence of Bhakti is Kirtan. Now Kirtan is chanting the glories of the Lord. So the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it is said, the way we sing is, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Prabhupada explained us, what is the meaning of this Mahamantra? The meaning of this Mahamantra is that, O energy of the Lord, O Radharani, please engage me in the service of the Lord. So this is our request to Krishna, that Krishna, I might be very polluted person. I might be like that butcher, or I might be like that lady. I might be a very impure person, but please engage me in your service. And then Krishna gives us the service. Please engage in the service. And so this chanting, we can do it in two forms. One is called japa. Japa is that you just chant yourself. You chant, and whatever you chant, you hear. So you must have seen a devotees, we have bead bags and we have mala. So every day in the morning, we chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. One round is 108 count. So you chant 108 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it becomes one round. So one should chant at least 16 rounds a day, which takes about 2 hours to chant. So if you keep chanting every single day, it will keep your heart pure. We take bath every day in the morning, isn't it? Why do you take bath every day? Just take once a month. Then every month you can take bath. No, because no matter what you do, the pollution keep coming in your body. So our heart, we go out, it becomes so much pollution is there. We get impacted. So every day we chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So many of us, if it's beginning, we do not have 2 hours of our day to chant Hare Krishna. So you can start at least one round. One round takes 7.5 minutes. So start with one round. After some times, make it 2 rounds, make it 3 rounds. And slowly, you arrange your life in such a way that you have 2 hours of your day spent chanting Hare Krishna. So this is called japa. And another form of kirtan is actual kirtan. It's called sankirtan. It's like what we do in the temple. Where one person leads us into the kirtan, he chants Hare Krishna. And in the musical performance, with the mridanga and karta, everybody else follows that. And that is very sweet and very enjoyable. In a few minutes, we're going to do that. So that is called kirtan or sankirtan. Now this sankirtan, of course, you are all welcome to come every Sunday. We'll be doing sankirtan here. Every 3 to 4 months, we'll do 4 hours of kirtan in our temple, so you can come that time. But you can do it in your house also. You can invite devotees in your house and do sankirtan in your house. We also, our house also, we want to keep it clean and tidy, isn't it? Many of you do yajna in the house. There are so many, graha pravesh yajna, and sometimes we need pesticides, to get all the, insects away. But we need Sankirtan also in a house. It makes our house also very pure. So you can invite devotees and have the Sankirtan in our house also. So the idea is that you do japa or kirtan regularly and keep your heart very pure. So this way we can keep up impurities from our heart all the time. So it is exactly 2 o'clock. I stop our talk today. Any questions or comment from our discussion today? Anybody any question? If you have no question, that means you understood everything I said, or you have not understood anything I said. Which one is true? First one. Haribol. This will very much make my heart impure. I'll think I'm very great speaker. So I should chant very nicely now. Anyway, thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Before I stop, today we have a 24-hour Kirtan in Birmingham. So many of our devotees already gone there now. So after the program, some of us are going to Birmingham. The Kirtan is till about 10 o'clock. So it is expected about 4,000 to 5,000 devotees will be there in one hall. And there will be Kirtan. They'll be all chanting Hare Krishna together. So anybody who wants to go there, please do go there today. The details are there in the notice board outside. If you need a lift to go there, please let us know. We can arrange some lift for you if you wish to go there. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So you can stand up now. We'll have Kirtan.
If everybody can come a little bit closer. Yeah, everyone comes to the back. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastyatya Dishatarine Namaste Saraswati Devi Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Little louder please. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda Shri Radhe. Jayo Pancha Tattva, Jayo Pancha Tattva, Jayo Pancha Tattva, Jayo Pancha Tattva. Jayo Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Pranam Sankirtan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jayom Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivajakacarya Stotar Shatri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanar Vrind Bhakti Vedant Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड श्री गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री वृंदावन धाम की श्री नवदीप मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई की जमुना माई की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी महारानी की कलियुग पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की बृहत मृदंग ट्रांसीनेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की ट्रांसीनेंटल प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
नमस्ते नरसिंहाया प्रहलाद लाददायिने हिरण्यकाशिपूर्वक्षः शिलाटङ्कानकालाय इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह यतो यतो यमितो नरसिंह बाहे नरसिंह हृदय नरसिंह नरसिंहमधिं शरणं प्रपते तव कर कमलवरे नाखा अद्भुत श्रृंगार दलित हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गां केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद नरसिंहदेव की जय प्रहलाद महाराज की महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नम ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यवतं राजन् विश्वासो न वजायते शरीरार्विद्याजाल ज्ञानेन्द्रियता हे काल जीव फेल विषय सागरे तार मध्य जीवाति लोभ माय सुदुर्मति ताके जेत कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ो दयामय करिबार जीव जाय स्वप्रसादन दिल पाय सेय नाम अमृत पाओ राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमिदा कुश चैतन्य निताय जैन माय जैन ताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे माँ प्रसादम की जय।
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I had to wake all of you up a little bit. So yes, welcome everyone to our Sunday Feast program. I hope everyone enjoyed. Just a few announcements before we have Prashadam. As we know, many festivals have gone and many festivals are coming. So one major festival that we still have coming up, the biggest festival of the year, is the London Ratha Yatra. London Ratha Yatra ki. So as everyone knows, we are taking a coach of devotees all the way down for London Ratha Yatra. London Ratha Yatra is in 2 weeks, on Sunday the 24th of this month. There are going to be many festivities. There's going to be a huge Ratha Yatra chariot festival in London, taking over Trafalgar Square. There's going to be thousands of people. It's the biggest Ratha Yatra outside of India. Thousands and thousands of devotees all across the UK are coming. And we're bringing a coach for everybody in Stoke to come and join us. There are still a few bookings, a few seats left on the coach, very minimal seats left. So if you are delaying booking your seat, I would suggest book it as quick as possible. There's only a few seats left. The booking cost seat per seat is about £35. So if you would like to book a seat, please do it quickly. And if you would like to book a seat, come and speak to me after Prashadam or at Prashadam. And one more announcement. Next week, we have a very special devotee coming. So it's going to be a little bit of a special Sunday feast. We have His Grace Antaranga Prabhu, who has been a brahmachari at the Bhaktivedanta Manor for a number of years now. And right now he is currently leading all of the entire congregation in Liverpool. And Liverpool is one of the biggest cities in the UK. But he's leading Krishna consciousness there. And he's agreed to come next Sunday to give a class and give us his association. He's a very senior devotee, very powerful devotee. And a lot of wisdom. He's been a brahmachari for many years. So all of us here are family people. We don't get that many brahmacharis or monks in the temple. So next week will be a very nice opportunity to hear from a monk in real life. And he'll tell about experiences about Ratha Yatras, getting our mood in the right consciousness for Ratha Yatra. And last announcement, as Radha Mohan Prabhu said in the class, he spoke about the holy name. The reason we spoke about the holy name is because this weekend is the 24-hour Kirtan in Birmingham. 24-hour Kirtan ki! So if you don't know, the Birmingham 24-hour Kirtan is a program where thousands of devotees come from all across the UK to Birmingham to do a 24-hour Kirtan. Yesterday they did around, they say 12 hours, but I think it went for 13, 14 hours. And yesterday though, I went, and there were 4,000 devotees. It's a festival that you can even imagine how big it is. So we are going to be, some of the devotees will still be going today. Some of the devotees have already gone. And after Prashadam, will be, some of the devotees will be going for the rest of this festival. It only happens once a year, so it's a once in a year opportunity. So if you would like to come, please speak to us as well. We can arrange transportation as well, and we can go. We'll be coming back around quite late. We're staying till the end of the program, but after Prashadam, you can eat nicely, and we can go together. So I think that is it. Any other announcements? Guests. Are there any new guests that have come to the temple today? I know Darren is a wonderful guest that we had. Any other guests that have come for the first time today? No? All regulars. Okay. So anyways, Darren, you're the special guest. So can we please welcome Darren with 3 loud Haribols? Haribo! 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 We hope you enjoyed today's program, Darren. Okay. Okay, now Prashadam awaits upstairs. Please go and feast. Haribo.